Well, hello there, all you wonderful people of the internet. It is a Saturday that is about to rain all day. Ren, you can't touch up there right now. And we have been slacking on getting our tomato support, and they're showing it. So that's what's on our agenda to try and get done before the big wow, my hair is super poo. It's still partially wet, so it's doing a weird thing right now with the hat. That's our main agenda though today, is to get the tomato supports before the full rain is coming. It's already starting to sprinkle. I think we are going to do kind of similar to what we did with the snap peas. I don't know if we actually showed you guys what we did with the snap peas, so I'll show you that quick. This right here is what we did with our snap peas. They were just getting too hot, so we ordered another shade cloth, and hold on, let me walk over there. So we put 3 T-posts on either side and then kind of zigzagged them. And so we're gonna do something similar, but not quite like this. It'll be the 3 T-posts, and then we're gonna weave throughout all 3 to kind of give them as much support as we can. So these are tomatoes. Those are the tomatoes that really need it. We have a big one that's basically on its side, growing up sideways now.
Tomatoes.
We have more tomatoes here. We've got tomatoes over there. Okay, so this is our big guy. He's also the guy that is already given us a couple cherry tomatoes. These are sweet 100s. So this is the plant. And it's starting, you can see at the bottom, it's starting to get a little bit yellow because he needs to get up off the ground. Yeah, we've been slacking. So that's our agenda today. We're gonna get all of them some proper support. Yeah, the zucchinis just didn't do well with direct sow. These 2 are fine. We got this guy who's big, and this guy's who's big, and that guy over there. Oh, okay, so this side did fine, but not that side. Yeah, just
not over there for whatever reason.
I wonder if they just don't like a lot of water, because that's where most of the water drains out, is in that corner.
Sushi?
Sort of, yeah. So, this guy was, I thought, a strawberry pumpkin variety. So the kind of funny story is that, you know, I did starters with my watermelons, cantaloupe, honeydew, but I kept them outside. So I put them in the little pots, and they were on the porch, and then we got 3 freezes, I think, and I just moved them inside overnight for that. And only one supposed watermelon came up, and then I planted, I don't know, 2 weeks later I planted more to see if more would come up. Finally got one, and then planted again, and then finally got another, and that's those other 2 over there. This was the one that came up that I thought was a watermelon. The leaves on this one are similar to a watermelon, but then as it started growing, it was very clear that it wasn't a watermelon because it's not vining. And so I was confused because there's no way that I mixed up the seeds. But for each of the watermelons, I planted 3 seeds in each. Now, obviously, zucchini, which is what I think this is, their seeds are white. And so you would think I would have noticed that, but I must have, because I was grabbing 3 seeds to put in each pot, and then I was just going to thin later. I must have, when I grabbed 3, just not noticed that maybe there was a white one somehow mixed in. I got them from Baker's Creek, but, you know, stuff happens, so probably just accidentally there was a zucchini seed that fell into that packet, because we didn't do any seeds for our zucchinis. I didn't do any starters for those. We did direct sow for all of our zucchini, and they were all direct sowed way on the back over there. So definitely one didn't just fall over here either next to my watermelon. So, and it's been the same thing. I transplanted it, it almost died, and then we fixed it, and it came back to life. But turns out it was not a watermelon. Clearly, this thing is like a zucchini squash of some sort. These flowers though, because we've never grown zucchini, I assume this is normal, but they're huge. Look at this. We have one little teeny tiny cucumber started. So we'll see.
I don't see any else.
I'm sure they'll be, oh, there's one of them.
Where?
We gotta get rid of him.
Oh.
We have started to spot some of these guys. They're really tricky. They look like Asian beetles, which are sisters to the normal red ladybug. However, these are not. This is a cucumber beetle, and it will decimate, and it will eat your cucumber plant.
And this is a cucumber, so we want
yeah.
to go.
So you can tell the difference because they're slightly bigger. They have bigger dots on them, and then their faces on an Asian beetle, their faces are white and black, where if you look really closely at this guy, his face is the same color as his body. It's orange with little black dots. So I need to remove him.
A lot of ants on this. Yeah, they pollinate. And there's no flowers on here, so I'm going to move them to plant with flowers. Oh, like this one. Oh, there's already ants on it.
Okay, so we had the 3 there and the 3 there, and we decided it needed more support. In past, we've always done wooden. We've made wooden supports for our tomatoes. And this twine is pretty strong. I don't know, did it say like what this twine is used for? Is that Tractor Supply, so it's not like crafting twine.
For gardening and stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We could only buy this giant thing. It's huge.
Yeah, it's like 2,200 feet.
2,200 feet. So anyways, we added 4 more T-posts and then going this way now so that there's some extra support. Wednesday, and it is an exciting day because we finally actually like really started our house build. We had grading done. We've had that done for over a month. We've just been sitting waiting on footers, and today was the day. They got footers dug and poured all today before like 2 o'clock, I think. They were very, very quick. I'm gonna come up here. So this is the other side of the pasture. This is what where we'll have the horses. We're gonna close in along this whole, or sorry, what am I doing? We're gonna close in along the entire length of the driveway. So this will all be pasture, but so if I come up here, you guys can see better. So there you go. All of this, all done. It's all drying, obviously. It's still wet. Basically, and I told our friends, we're not going anywhere for 2 weeks because in the beginning, the first 2 weeks, once they pour footers, stuff goes very fast. You go from just having graded land to having essentially an entirely framed house. So we're gonna be sticking around here so we don't miss too much during the week. The masonry guy should be out next to start doing the actual foundation, like the brickwork around it. And Monday, basically the beginning of next week, we should have like the entire crawl space foundation brickwork hopefully done. And then after that, they'll start framing. And then after that's all the intricate stuff that takes longer, like plumbing, electric, all the cabinetry you gotta wait for, all that stuff. That makes a house take a lot longer to build. Typical, it's pretty normal for a house to take about 6 months to be built, but the actual building of the house only takes like 2 weeks. Like the foundation, or like the footers and the pouring and the foundation and the framework, that can take like 2 weeks, but it's everything else that takes so much longer. Obviously it doesn't include like doing the roofing yet. That'll be after, I guess, but it goes pretty quick in the beginning. We have come out, we are blackberry picking now though. And there are a bunch ready. But the crazy thing is like, there's a lot ready. There's just tons, and they'll be ready in the next like week or so. But like look at all the red in there. All those will be blackberries soon. I made a blackberry cobbler already. We're gonna need to I said I made a blackberry cobbler already. Rev wants to try blackberry ice cream. So we gotta figure out how we'll do that. We don't have an ice cream maker. Rennie, eat those. We need that container. We didn't bring proper containers.
Oh. Bricks are here. And they dropped off a ton of sand this morning. I feel like he's gonna have a hard time down there. Because this is not totally flat. I don't know where all he's putting those bricks.
So this is the cinder blocking that will go like on this part of the footers, and like, well, from my understanding it'll be all of it. Like that's the actual foundation. And then this, I don't know. I know, like for instance, Ryan's parents' house, the brick on the outside is more just for looks. It's kind of like the skirting. Where this is the brick work, like the cinder block work, is what actually holds the house up. This is just for looks, I think. I don't know if it's the same. I know that's for sure for how they did theirs. I'm assuming it's the same for ours too. But anyways, this is what the brick work will look like for the crawl space. I don't think you guys can really tell. It's kind of got like a gray sheen to it, but still some redness too. I think it's kind of hard to tell on video. So all of it looks like that, and then this is what will be underneath. So this is interesting though. They have like half cinder blocks, which I don't think I saw for Ryan's parents' house. I could be totally wrong, but these are like half ones. Then they also dropped off sand, and I assume this is the, yeah, masonry cement. So this is what will hold all of the bricks, and I assume also cinder blocks would be cemented together too. I don't know. And then the sand, I have no idea what they're doing with the sand, but all this is totally dry. The girls are loving running around on it. Pretty soon they're not going to be able to be over here anymore without shoes, because it's not going to be safe anymore.
So for the last few weeks, I've been working on creating biochar. And biochar is essentially like activated carbon. It's just pure, or activated charcoal. And it's essentially just straight pure carbon that's super porous. And so it's used for like filters. It's really beneficial in the garden because it can soak up nutrients and moisture and hold it in the soil for the plants to then use. So it supposedly works really, really well and boosts you know, the vitality, I guess, of your plants. I spent the last few weeks making a reactor that will allow me to create biochar, and so this is some biochar here. And there will be a video coming out fairly soon of actually the process that I went through to make this reactor to create the biochar that we can now use in the garden.
But it sounds like glass. Kind of weird.
Now some of this in the last two batches weren't 100% cooked properly, or they weren't cooked through all the way. So there are still some undone pieces, but majority of it will work.
It's been a work in progress, and already he has a permanent idea in mind.
Yeah, that hopefully in the next couple weeks we will be able to make when one of our friends is here.
You know what's next, honey?
Finishing this up.
Yes. This monstrosity that's been sitting here since the fall.
Yeah.
We only got that wall out, and then we haven't got the gates out.
Yeah, because I mean we gotta take this beam and move it.
Over there, it's holding up that wall. We'll have to put some other piece underneath. How is it attached? Is it just sitting there?
Yeah. This and these bottom boards are just sitting on it.
Oh, yeah, because if you remove that, those would just fall down, wouldn't they? So anyways, I think that is where I'm going to end this vlog. We need to make lists of what we want to get done and when, because there's just so much and we're all over the place. And you know, there's stuff for horses, there's stuff for the garden, there's stuff for the house, there's random odd projects here or there. So we have to figure out like what our goals are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new. And we will see all of your wonderful faces in our next video. Bye.
The giving ground, no back and forth. I promise you I'm always yours, and you're always mine. Ooh.